Buenos días, amigos de Noticentro al Amanecer. Es momento de nuestro recorrido por el mundo, el cual comenzamos en Europa, donde Rusia y Ucrania parecen avanzar hacia un posible acuerdo de paz, luego de que el gobierno ucraniano informara que se ha alcanzado un entendimiento con los negociadores estadounidenses, firmando tres puntos claves que podrían definir el futuro de esta guerra iniciada por Rusia. Vamos a reportar. El presidente Donald Trump afirmó ayer martes que su plan para poner fin a la guerra entre Rusia y Ucrania ha sido afinado y que instruyó a su enviado especial Steve Witkoff a reunirse con el presidente ruso Vladimir Putin y el secretario del ejército Dan Driscoll a reunirse con funcionarios ucranianos. Empezamos a alcanzar un acuerdo.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Everyone, good morning. And blessed Wednesday. Blessed Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving Day, but we must give thanks every single day. Let me welcome, let me welcome Project DARPA representing Team Gotti. Let me welcome Miss Ace Mama. Miss Ace Mama. Miss I am sorry. Miss Ace, God bless you. God bless Project DARPA. Let us welcome Don Keating. Don Keating, God bless you. I want to thank you all uh, for being in the chat so early. It is now exactly, it is now exactly here in Puerto Rico. It is 421. 421. On the East Coast, it is 321. It is 321. At exactly 5 a.m. here in Puerto Rico. At exactly 5 a.m. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Hold on. Let me organize. Let me organize myself. And let me organize my English and Spanish. I just committed an error. I just committed an error. Hold on. Right. It is now 5:22. I am sorry. It is now 5:22 in Puerto Rico and 4:22 on the East Coast. Please accept my sincere apologies. Again, it is 5:22 here in Puerto Rico and 4:22 on the East Coast. At 5 a.m., at exactly 5 a.m., Scott Kazan will take over the program. Will take over the program for his Wednesday morning show with Scott Kazan. Let me repeat it again. At 5 a.m. Eastern Time, New York time, Scott Kazan will take over the telecast. Scott will be with you from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. It will be the morning show with Scott Kazan. And I will be in the control room. An example. If he goes if he goes off the air, all I do is I put him back. But he is in charge of the telecast. He is in charge of the telecast. Once he goes on the air, you will not hear you will not hear anymore Uncle Edwin. And that is a relief. And that is a relief. Scott Kazan. Scott Kazan, 5 a.m. Eastern Time, 6 a.m. Puerto Rican time. So everyone, please support Scott Kazan in the Scott Kazan Wednesday morning show. Okay, I hope I am clear. Hold on, everyone. Hold on, hold on. Okay, it is now exactly 5:24 and 4:24 on the East Coast. I will be with you. I will be with you. Hold on, everyone. Yes, I will be with you for a half an hour. It will go fast. It will go fast. And the pain will be brief. The pain will be brief today. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Okay. Let me read some comments. DARPA says hello to everyone. Miss Ace says, beautiful tree, Edwin. Thank you. My granddaughter, Miss Ace, my granddaughter, she always decorates it. She always she is our decorator. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Ace Mama. Don Keating says, good morning, chat, and morning and blessings. Miss Ace says, hi, Don Keating. Dunkidic says it's Wednesday. If your turkey wasn't seasoned days ago, when are you even going to do it? That is a good one, Dunkidic. That is a good one. Ace Mama says it's 121 here. I see. Miss Ace, if you want to, it is if you want to answer the question, what state are you in or what country are you in? Without giving, you don't have to give, you don't have to answer the question. It is just it is just a question in good faith, but it is up to you. If you want to reveal, if you want to reveal your state or country, that is up to you. But Miss Ace Mama says that is 121 where she is at. So God bless you, Miss Ace Mama. Ace Mama says, I like him. He's cool. I believe she is referring to Scott Kazan. God bless Scott Kazan. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Don Keating, I am sorry. Ace Mama says, Don Keating, is that what I think it is? Okay. Ace Mama says, she did a great job. Everyone, just arrived at the red carpet. Let us welcome, let us welcome the head coach, Tony Silo. He's going to kill me today. Everyone, let us welcome the new head coach. Listen up. The new head coach of the university. Of the university. I even forgot the name of the university. It is better. It is better. Tony Silo, welcome. A big hug for Tony Silo. Everyone, give a big hug to Tony. Give a big hug to Tony. Tony, Tony Silo, God bless you. God bless you. And Tony, I will see you tonight at the Gotti Mansion. Don't forget to wear your Armani suit, your famous Armani suit. God bless you, Tony. God bless you. And give my regards to Mrs. Jen Silo, your beautiful bride, your beautiful bride. Everyone, a big hug for Tony Silo. Hold on, everyone. Tony Silo says, Edwin, my friend, good to see you. Hope all is well. Yes, Tony, all is well. Thanks to God. Okay, Miss Mama says that she is in the great state of California. God bless California. For those that did not know, California is the richest state of all the 50 states. Let me repeat that. The state of California is the richest state of all the 50 states. California can be an independent country. Just an example, the state of California, if they wanted to, if they really wanted to, they can be an independent nation. But that will never happen because California is part of our great nation. God bless you, Ace Mama. God bless you, Ace Mama. Hold on, everyone. Ace Mama says, Tony Silo, hey. Tony Silo says, Don Keelik, what's good, buddy? Tony Silo says hello to Ace Mama. Tony Silo says, I am in South Florida. I just got home. God bless you, Tony. God bless you. And God bless your home. And again, Tony, give my regards to Jen. To Jen. Hold on. Dunkidic says hello to Aces. Ace Mama says, I am in the wrong state. And then, that is a good one. Dunkidic says hello to Tony Silo. And also says, Tony, I like that black suit. I like that black suit. Okay, enough of the humor. Okay, everyone, it is 5:30. I have 30, hold on. I have 30 more minutes until Scott Kazan takes over. I want to touch this topic. I want to touch this topic before Scott Kazan takes over the program. Listen up, everyone. As always, I do not mention names. I do not mention names, and I will never do it. I will never do it. Why? Because I have true ethics and I have true respect. And this channel is not a gossip channel. And I will not destroy my channel with mentioning names. You see, once you mention a person's name negatively, even if the person deserves it, listen to this one. Everyone, listen up. I am talking in general. If you have a channel activated, once you mention a person negatively, you are a gossip channel. You are a gossip channel. And that is reality. Let me repeat that again. If you have a channel activated, once you mention a person's name negatively, even if the person deserves it, even if the person is a demon from hell, you convert your channel into a gossip channel. And also you are open for strikes. You are open for strikes. That is for everyone. Learn from Uncle Edwin. Let me repeat that again. People must learn. Once you mention a person, even if the person is a piece of garbage, even if the person is a demon, even if the person is a demon from hell, once you mention that person's name, your channel can get struck by that person or by any other person. They can submit a strike complaint. And let me repeat this, because I have repeated it before, but the people, they don't learn. Everyone on YouTube has the right to submit a strike complaint. Everyone has that right. If you submit a strike complaint, that is not being a rat. That is not being a rat. I repeat, that is not being a rat. You have that right. You, as a law-abiding citizen, you have that right. Here on YouTube, you have the right to submit a strike complaint against a channel. And also, listen to this one. If the person is an independent that does not have a channel activated, that person is open also for a strike. You can strike a channel and you can strike an individual. You see, a lot of people think that you have to have a channel to receive a strike. No. An example, let us say that Dick Tracy is independent. Dick Tracy has not activated his channel. If Dick Tracy's behavior is not correct, we can submit a strike complaint against Dick Tracy. I hope everyone got it. And I must clarify this. You submit a strike complaint. YouTube reviews it. YouTube reviews it. If YouTube finds that it is relevant, YouTube strikes the channel. I hope everyone got it, because there are people on YouTube that say, I struck that channel. No, you did not strike that channel. You submitted a strike complaint against that person. YouTube reviewed it. YouTube found that it was relevant. that it was just YouTube struck the channel. I hope everyone understood it. That is the way it is. A friendly reminder to all my relatives. A friendly reminder to all my relatives in the chat family. As soon as a, as soon as a demon, as soon as a demon enters this chat with evil intentions, here they are no timeouts. You do not time out no one. You press the menu where it says hide user. You hide the user. That means that they are blocked and they will be blocked forever. Here, once we block a person, they are never unblocked. They are never unblocked. Let me repeat it. Once we block a person on this sacred channel, you are blocked forever. We wish you well and God bless you. So, our chat family, as soon as you see negativity, you do not, you do not respond. You do not respond. You do not have a conversation, a text conversation with the demon. You do not have. You do not have a conversation with the demon. All you do, you press the menu where it says hide user. You press it. That means that that demon is blocked for all eternity. I want everyone that has a wrench. Again, here, no timeouts. There are no timeouts here. It is blocked for all eternity. Hide user. And I back up. Hold on, let me organize my English and Spanish. Anyone you block, anyone you decide to block, I support you. I back you up. Whoever you think is not good, block. And I will, I am sorry. I will support you. I support you 100%. You see, sadly, listen to this one. Sadly, there are many content creators that give wrenches. And then when their wrenches block someone, the content creator, they do not support it. Here I support you to the death. Once you block someone, they stay blocked. I completely support everyone that has a wrench. Everyone that has a wrench here on this sacred channel. Once you block someone, let me give you an example. That way everyone will understand what I am talking about. This is just make believe, but I want my point to get across. Let us say Mother Jimenez enters the chat. My wife of 48 years, and Mother Jimenez's behavior is not proper. Let us say that Tony Silo blocks Mother Jimenez. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if she is my wife. Her behavior was wrong. So Tony Silo blocked Mother Jimenez. Mother Jimenez stays blocked for all eternity. That is the attitude. That is the attitude. That is the attitude that I want everyone to have. Here, Uncle Edwin, it enters this sacred channel with bad intentions. You block, block to heart's delight. Let me repeat it. Block to your Okay, everyone, I am back. I am back. I am back. I am sorry. The internet went down. The internet went down. Back with the blessing of God. Thank you, Ace Mama. Thank you, Ace Mama. God bless you. God bless you. All is well. All is well. Hold on, everyone. Let me welcome Kazan. Scott Kazan. Scott will be with us in 20 minutes. Scott will be with us in Scott. I will drop the link at 6. I will drop the link at 6. I just want to finish making some personal comments, but I will drop you the link at 6 a.m. and you take over. You take over until 7 a.m. with the blessing of God. With the blessing of God. Okay, hold on. So I hope everyone is clear. Once you block someone, I back you up and they stay blocked. In order to enter into this chat, your behavior, your behavior must be perfect. It is exactly 5:44. 5:44. I will hold on. Hold on, everyone. Okay, everyone. Before we hear Scott Kazan's intro, God bless Miss Angel Gotti. God bless Miss Angel Gotti. Miss Angel Gotti will go on tonight. Miss Angel Gotti will go on tonight at 9:15 Eastern Time. Everyone, sub and support Miss Angel Gotti. Sub and support Miss Angel Gotti. Miss Angel Gotti live tonight, Wednesday night at 9:15. Okay, it is Scott Kazan time. It is Scott Kazan time. Okay, everyone. The link is in the chat. The link is only for Scott Kazan. So we are waiting for Scott Kazan to arrive backstage. I want to thank everyone for being in the chat. Okay, everyone, support Scott Kazan. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Scott Kazan.
Hello. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me out there? Okay. Good morning, guys. This is my second go around. I believe my first time jitters has gone away a little bit. How you guys doing? Happy Wednesday. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. It is now currently 51 degrees in Massachusetts. And no snow for the meantime. That's good, except for upstate New York, which they always get snow, even October out there in the hall. Yeah, DARPA. So let me catch you guys up and what's been going on this week. As Edwin had stated, a disastrous game, a very disastrous game for Syracuse. And I'm going to say this. I'm not going to disagree with Edwin. Edwin has a good point. They played lousy, but I can tell you one team that has gone defeated in college football, and that's just about 20 minutes away from me down the road, and it's UMass. They went 0-12 for the year. The coach should be fired. The player should be suspended. Scholarships revoked and thrown out of college. They had a horrible year. But UMass is not known for their football program. They're more into the basketball side of things. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock in the morning in California. But the thing is that how there's always going to be teams that are going to be absolutely lousy. I hate to say it for the Jets fans, but they've been lousy for years, maybe even decades. A few years here and there, they showed a little bit of promise, but the same thing goes with the Patriots back in the late 80s, early 90s. They were constantly 2-14. But I think with proper changes with the staff and how the programs run, who knows? Maybe UMass or the Jets or even the Giants in this day and age might be able to improve. With that being said, that is the sports side of things. I know I'm going to be going a little bit quick here because I do have about an hour, and I like to say there was certain things I seen on Angel Gotti's show a few days ago, and I know that I might ruffle a little bit of feathers here, but coming from a person like myself, as a individual who had an addiction, and it was alcohol. I gave up drinking cold for 6 years in 2007. And I'm at the point where I could have a beer every 2 or 3 months. I can tell you exactly how many beers I've had since the not last 4th of July, but the July before. I had about 7. Okay. I don't believe in some doctors or therapists that could tell you what the addiction's about because they were never a part of that lifestyle. What I mean is the best person you can learn from about the addiction is somebody who had one. And I'll tell you a story. One of my best friend's sister, I've known the family for 45 years, and she had a heroin addiction. Excuse me. She had a heroin addiction, and she went through 6 months of rehab, and she's 18 months. No, wait a minute. She's been clean for 3 years. But that opened a door for her to have a career, and that is a recovery specialist. And she's doing very good for herself. Those are the people that you should learn from, the people that have been through it. The therapist, I don't know. I'm very skeptical because the person that's a therapist only knows what he's been told, what he has learned, not as a person who have been through it. So I don't want to ruffle any feathers here and what the whole scheme of things is, but that's just my take on it. And I thought about this for a few days before I started talking about it today. Sometimes we have a situation where we have to take 3 or 4 days to think about it, and then um, talk about with somebody, talk about with your neighbor, talk about with family and stuff like that. But with that being said, I think that's what I have to say about the whole thing. If there's anybody that has any questions for me, you could ask them in the chat. We'll have a conversation. This is your channel as well. It's not just me talking here. So don't be shy, people. Bring in your questions in. I'll answer them the best I can. Give me a second here. So let's see Heidi. Well, Ace's mama, that's a good statement, but you have to look at it in a different way too. You were a kid once, so was I. We can go back. I mean, for me, I can go back 40 years and go, I remember this happening. I remember that happening. That is true, DARPA. Family members, I didn't think about that. Thank you. That's a good statement, because if you have a family member who has an addiction, that could be well documented too. Yeah, I know. Ace's mama, I go through the same thing. Sometimes you think about it, you go, did that make any sense at all? I go through that a whole lot. That's why I have no problem about waiting 3 or 4 days to say anything. Because if you say something spontaneously, it might just come out all jumbled and people will get mad because they'll take it a whole different way. But yeah, I think you have an excellent point. Even like you being as a child and you have an experience, you could help out a parent or a relative of yours that has kids about the experience. Anything. I mean, it could be, stealing candy from a store, stealing hubcaps off of people's cars. Examples. That's what we're made of. We are the examples at one point or another. So let's say hello to Aces, DARPA. We have Don Kedick. Jesse. I think I saw Tony Silo in here, I think. Yeah, Tony Silo's in here. Let me take a look further into the chat, see if there was anybody I missed. I think that's it for now, unless there's some people that are listening and haven't said hello yet. Maybe they're driving like I was before before Edwin got knocked off. So let me ask you all a question. What is your Thanksgiving plans? I know that in my work, there was a couple years there that I had to work Thanksgiving night. So, because I worked the night shift, you have to go in Thursday night. Sometimes my Thanksgiving happened on a Saturday when I was available. Are you guys going to do any traveling, or Um, is people going to travel over to your place or whatnot? Do I have any dogs? I used to have a dog. I have a cat now. Um, she's 5 years old. There was a Me and her had a situation. She got out of the house one day. She came back pregnant. She had 4 kittens. I kept one. Um, Situation arose. I had to move. I had an option to keep one cat, but I gave the other cat to my sister. So it's not like I didn't see the cat again. I can see the cat anytime I want to. A lot of people say that Ace is just another day. It's another day, but it's good to get out and see family. You know, uh, 15 years ago, you had twins, huh? Um, both of them were boys, girls, or one of each. What kind of puppy, DARPA? But I'll tell you, Aces. When my cat had kittens, she had 4 of them. It was the best experience I've ever had because I'm not a breeder. I never bred a dog or a cat, or I think when I was a kid, I bred hamsters. That's the furthest I've ever done. And it was for a cat anyway to see that for 8 weeks, for them to be born and released to people's homes. It was a great experience. Rottweiler. Ooh. How many weeks old? About 10 or 12? Gonna make you cry? Why's that? But yeah, with the cats or the kittens anyway, uh, it was a funny thing because, like I said, my cat was not feral. She was in the house and she got out. So that part was different. That part was different because you cannot go near a feral cat. Cat will attack you, start swiping. The funny part is that my computer was in my room and they were in the living room in the bookcase on the bottom shelf, and that's where their nest was. And what happened was is that if I left the room and went back to my room, she would not leave the living room at all. If I was watching TV in the living room and I dozed off for a little bit, she would actually take off to my room and take like a hard nap until the babies would start crying, and then she'd come back and start taking care of them again. So I was kind of like a babysitter. Yeah, DARPA, 8 weeks is 8 weeks is like a happy medium, right? It's depending on how how you describe it. Uh how far they're developed to be weaned. Is that what I'm trying to say? Ace is your cat, and he was 5 weeks. Now he's 3 now. Oh, a 5-week-old cat. if that's so your dog. Okay. So Ace is your dog, and he was 5 weeks old. Okay. What happened? Was he just like dumped off the side of the road or something? And then you rescued him, or somebody else did? That's how I got my cat. She's a rescue. What kind of dog do you have, Aces? So, let me tell you a story about what happened with my cat when I got her. She was less than 8 weeks old. I know that for sure because somebody that was down in Connecticut, I can say what city it was. It was down in Enfield. And what happened was um, my sister and my mother work in the same company over in Springfield. And their coworker was driving home one night, coming back from work, and she seen somebody um, roll down the window and throw a box out of the moving car. So she pulls over and retrieves the box, and she opened up the box, and there was 2 or 3 kittens in there. I think there was 3 kittens in there. One of them was my cat. So my mom and my sister went down, checked out the kittens, and got the best one, and they surprised me with her. So that's how I got her. Her name's Autumn. The people that had I couldn't remember. Oh man, only a pound? What kind of dog was it, Aces? Like a small uh like a Yorkie? Oh, pulled off the streets. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's an experience I never really got into, like picking up a box from the side of the road like that. But actually no, I will rephrase that. I was going to the races down in Thompson, Connecticut one time, and it was 25 years ago, and we had to go to Rhode Island. And where Thompson is located, it's in the tri-state area. And what I mean by that is if you go 5 minutes up the road north, you're in Massachusetts. If you travel 5 miles east, you're in Rhode Island. And we went to a spot where we were going to buy cordwood. And right on the side of the road, there was a box. And we got to this T intersection. We're about to turn a left. And over to the right, I saw a box that was on the side of the road and it was moving. And I told my buddy, because my buddy was in the driver's side, I was on the passenger side. I said, "You got to pull over here." We we pulled over. We opened up the box, and those 3 puppies, 3 of them, and I believe they were like a golden retriever, maybe a Irish setter mix. They looked like they were golden retrievers, but they were like a reddish tint. We took those dogs back in 2000. Very few people had cell phones. I didn't have a cell phone at the time, actually. And the few people that were at our campsite had phones. And we made calls to see if they would take a dog in. All the dogs were accounted for. One person from our campsite kept one puppy. That puppy lived to be 15 years old. So that's a good story. It had a good ending. 74% Chihuahua. Oh, Mexican hairless dog. Oh, yeah. So those dogs, Aces, are like uh, smaller than a cat when they're full grown. Am I correct? They're probably, I don't know, 5-6 pounds full grown. Yeah, so DARPA, so what did you do with the rescue cats? Did you give them to the people that you know that were looking for one, or like uh uh take out an ad on them? Or I've always wondered what these people do when they rescue cats like that and what their avenues are. Oh, 15 pounds. Oh, okay. So yeah, a bigger dog than I thought. Um, oh, okay. DARPA. All right. That's pretty cool though. I mean, that's how you get your animals, through a rescue. I've always liked that idea. If I had space in my house, which is a condo, but if I had space in my house, I probably would have like a dog or a cat, maybe 2 cats or something like that, but I'm only limited to 1. So, but if I had my own house, like a legitimate house, I know I would have a couple dogs and a cat or something, or maybe flip it. Oh, that's awesome. That is really awesome. Newborn puppies, yeah. I knew with my cat, I tried something where I brought a kitten into the house just to see how she would react to it, and it wasn't very good. She didn't want to have anything to do with that kitten at all. But I thought about it and I said, well, in about a year and a half, this was uh I'd say about probably she got out in July of 21. I was thinking about doing it in February of 22. Breed her out once, and whatever she got, keep one of the offsprings. So it's from within, right? I was thinking about doing that, but this whole situation came up in July. Aces, I've said the same thing. Absolutely. I've said the same thing. If I win the lottery, I'm going to open up a dog rescue. Me and my sister, me and my sister are going to do that. I've said that for years. I love German Shepherds, DARPA. Um, I had one as a kid. A lot of times, a German Shepherd would be either a watchdog, family dog, even a drug sniffing dog if you're in the police department. But you cannot you can't transition one the dog to do each of them, right? This dog was so smart that the dog distinguished an adult to a kid. And what I mean by that is that she accepted no adults from the outside. I mean, if they came into the house, she'd go after them. But if there was a kid in the yard coming into the yard, she treated she treated children great. No, I never knew that, DARPA. Dog sitting. Um, I did a few on a few occasions. I actually house sat for some people, especially one of my good friends, and they went to Florida for a week. And instead of going back and forth every day, I decided to stay over there and take care of the animals. But that's also a good thing to do. I'm very happy that you shared that, DARPA. That's a pretty good, it's a pretty good story. Yeah, my German Shepherd was uh, was 13 or 14 when she passed, but she lived the freaking life of a champ. Good morning, Rambo. How you doing, sir? Happy early Thanksgiving. I'm not sure how this chat is going. I know that I'm reading as messages come along. I don't know about the um, delay, but I'd like to say happy Thanksgiving to Rambo and his family. Yes, Aces. When I get done here, send me a link to your YouTube and I'll check it out. Okay. All right, DARPA. Yeah, I don't like I said, I'm pretty new at reading the chat. Thanks, Edwin. And thank you for giving me a shot at this. Like I said, last week I was having anxiety. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Oh crap. I'm going on in 2 minutes. What am I gonna do? Okay, yeah, I'll do that when I get off here. I'll click on your name and see what you have. Do you know how difficult it is not to cuss on here, especially on the channel? Uh, when I'm outside of the chat here, I do cuss a little bit, maybe a little more than usual, but I try to keep it clean here for the most part. Yeah, if I click on your name now, it's gonna throw me off it's gonna throw me off StreamYard. We don't want that, do we? I'm only kidding. I don't know how many is in the chat, but if you haven't pressed that like button yet, please do. We like the people sending our likes to the channel. And I believe at 9:15 tonight, Angel Gotti will be on. I don't know what the topic is. I saw the thumbnail, but I don't remember the topic, but she'll be on. The best answer I can give you, DARPA, is this is the name that I've had for 10 years. No, 15 years, actually. I used to be a videographer. I kind of stepped away from the hobby a little bit, but if you look at my channel, um, I did a lot of racing, a lot of live cover bands in my area, traveled a lot. Um, it just got to be where my job kind of gotten away with it. But if you look at my page, I think the last thing I put down was 3 or 4 years ago. But I would like to do um, I like to do more stuff like that if time will allow. But to answer your question about how how did I stumble upon it, I don't remember how I stumbled upon YouTube as an as a website or an app. It just might have been something that just happened. I was curious about uh what people were talking about. They sent me a link to something and I watched a video and I'm like, huh, this is interesting. So I made myself an account, something like that, something very basic. Um, but yeah, this my YouTube page has been my only YouTube page. I don't have 50 accounts like a lot of people do. Um, for what reason, I have no idea. Well, we know why, I think, part of it being a troll. But going back to your question, how I uh back 15 years ago, YouTube video quality was not that good. Um, I think most of the videos were rated at 240 and then it progressed to 360 and then the 480. But I think when I first started watching videos on YouTube back in the day, it was very scratchy, but it was something like going back to the days when we had cell phones in the 90s where they were the size of women's purses and you hooked up that plug in with a cigarette lighter. And when you're done with the phone, you had to stuff it underneath the seat. I never used a YouTube in that manner. I don't do many things with PayPal, and I won't do my credit card online like that. I'm very old fashioned when it comes to that. No online purchasing because, like, for instance, when I have to buy a pair of shoes or something like that, I'd rather try them on first at a store because I got big feet and a lot of stuff don't fit. So what am I going to do? Do an online purchase and have to send it back 2 or 3 times before I get a good pair? It's not going to work, right? Used to do lives years ago before people here knew me. So what do you mean, DARPA, by used to do lives years? Oh, lives. Okay. Sorry. It's a little late. Um, how was doing lives back? Uh, how was lives back then compared to now? So if you're wondering, I wear a 14 wide boot if I wear boots. I'm a big boy, so yeah, I have to go to the store and try my shoes on. When was StreamYard? When was StreamYard available? Like 5 years ago. Yeah, I'm about 4 inches shorter than your dad. Um, I am 6'3" with shoes on. 6'2.5" without, roughly. I actually heard a StreamYard maybe about 3 years ago. That's when people I was watching were doing podcasting. And sometimes you have that logo of StreamYard at the bottom of the screen before they knew what they were doing. Now they have their own thumbnails, they have their own logos on there. But yeah, this part of it's very interesting. Um, I believe on my YouTube page, I might have recorded some thunderstorms that happen in our area. I love watching thunderstorms. To give you a little bit of a background of myself talking to you guys, during the summertime, I am a storm watcher and I am on Discord and I'm in the group, which is in the Western Massachusetts area. And if you're familiar with ham radio, um, I talk to people that are on ham radio a lot, and they translate my information that I'm watching to the National Weather Service out in Albany. Sometimes we get doozies over here, and I just like to help out, even in the wintertime when the weather gets really sketchy over here. It's all part of the genes, Aces, right? My grandmother was not very tall, 5'3" to be exact. My mom is 5'6". My dad was 5'8", but all of my uncles on my mom's side of the family is 6 feet and over. And I got it from there. My dad's family ain't that tall either. Maybe 5'9", 5'10". So my question is this, Aces. Were you gypped? Are you shorter than 6 feet? So yeah, you were gypped, huh? 5.5 feet tall. That is one of the things that I just thought of, maybe something to look at when the time comes. I think if I get acquainted with StreamYard, maybe I can go live and maybe do a live show of a storm going through the area. Um, that'd probably be something that I could probably look into. I just thought of that. See, sometimes you get inspired by other people and what they talk about and stuff, um, and I'd like to thank you guys for that. You've been really insightful today, very active. Like I stated, my mom is 5'6", and I was 5'6" when I was 13, summer of '89. So we have maybe 15 more minutes left. I want you to click that like button if you haven't done it yet. If there's people lingering and watching and stuff like that, I'd like to say hello and have a very happy Thanksgiving. If I'm not being too nosy, Aces, where are you from? Just a location, just a city and state. And oh, that's right. That is right. The Los Angeles area got hammered, right? Um, was it last week? They were just having insane amount of rain down there. Oh yeah, DARPA, I agree. I seen just utter chaos the last few days. Just utter chaos. Thank you, Edwin. So Hanford, California. I'm not sure exactly where it was, but wasn't there a racetrack in the middle of a field? Well, there's a field now, but there was a racetrack in the '70s that was pretty big, like a mile and a half around. Was it a Marchbank Speedway or something like that? I do follow auto racing, by the way, so that's classic. That might have been way before your time. Um, I don't know. It's in Hanford, California. Um, if I remember correctly, it's in a very rural area. It's all gridded, streets are all gridded, and it is now like farmland. But back in the day, there was a pretty good sized racetrack in that area. It was on I think the person that owned it was Marchbanks. There is a shorter track over in Hanford. I forgot what name it was. Maybe you're talking about the same one? What was the name? Yeah, what I'll do is, I'll look up Marchbank Speedway because, like I said, it operated in the '60s. They expanded, like, in '71. Um, they closed up maybe in the '70s. It was bulldozed in '84. Um, hurry back, Aces. But yeah, that's one of my other passions. It's racing, and the racing community or the racing stuff that goes on now. I kind of distance myself from that in terms of like NASCAR. NASCAR with the playoffs, it should never exist. Um, the racing has gotten more chaotic in terms of gimmicks. Oh yeah, I was born in the mid '70s. I was born in '76, so yeah, that was before my time too. But I remember reading all those stories about that. Did you go to the track or did you watch it on TV, DARPA? Good morning, Cheech. How you doing, buddy? Happy early Thanksgiving. Okay, it's a BMX racetrack now. Okay. Was it Chico? Was it Chico Speedway? I think that's in Hanford. But yeah, the racing really got ridiculous after I would say 2014 to 15 when they did the playoffs. I kind of lost interest in it because it was too gimmicky. You should run the whole season, collect points, and whoever has the most points wins, right? Oh, the TV. Yeah, a lot of people, yeah. Yeah, I stopped watching on TV for a while. I just started picking it back up a couple years ago. King Speedway, yeah, it's called King. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a dirt oval. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've heard of it. Seen some highlights on like ESPN back in the day. Um, even I don't know if that track's still open. Is that track still open? Kings? Yeah, because I think the World of Outlaws used to come there. But that's when NASCAR was really hot. NASCAR was really hot in the early to late '90s, and it kind of plateaued. Like Not when Earnhardt Sr. passed, but a little bit after that. That's when it kind of plateaued. Yeah, the next time I see you, Aces, we'll have a discussion about it. That's something to look up because, like I said, I remember Marchbanks and I remember Chico. Now it's Kings. But yeah, it's worth looking into. So you guys are okay now with all that rain, or has it stopped? You know what's funny about that, DARPA, is that if you go to an independent show, it's kind of like going back into the 90s, but a little bit of a modern touch. I went to a wrestling show, I think it was 2 years ago. The main event was Paul London versus what was his name? Bob Bradley? I think it was Bob Bradley. Anyways, but I saw the whole program in Enfield, Connecticut, and it was hey SoFlo, how you doing, buddy? Chat Warrior Wednesday. I'll have to see that. But yeah, the wrestling program that I went to was pretty good. They put a good program together. I was impressed for being independent. So now the fog is bad. Okay. Fog, and then you have the deer roaming around in the Northeast. I almost hit a deer a couple of days ago. It was it was close. That deer came about 25 feet from the truck, walking or running across the street. Dr. Dirt. I groomed racetracks in New York, upstate New York, and I was actually called Dirt Wizard. Tony SoFlo, happy early Thanksgiving, brother. All right, so I hate to do this, but my time is running out. I would like to say, SoFlo, happy early Thanksgiving, brother. Ace Mama, happy early Thanksgiving. DARPA, happy Thanksgiving, early Thanksgiving. Cheech, happy early Thanksgiving, brother. Let's see. Going back on chat. Tony Silo, if you're still out there, happy early Thanksgiving, brother. Boy, do we have a good chat tonight. If there's anybody that I missed, anybody at all, God bless you. And special thanks to Edwin for having me on today. I probably will be back next Wednesday. Considering what my schedule is at work, I'll let you guys know. Oh yeah, SoFlo, yeah. Thanksgiving weekend starts today, but you know what happens Friday, right? People are people are gonna go crazy. Black Friday. That's when you have the madness. Stay away from the stores. So once again, thank you guys for having me on. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Thank you for the participation. It was a blast. All right, Edwin, you can take it away.
Everyone, let me thank Scott Kazan. Scott, excellent. And every Wednesday, Scott, every Wednesday is yours. Every Wednesday. Everyone, join Scott Kazan every Wednesday here with Uncle Edwin, the Scott Kazan Show, every Wednesday morning with the blessing of God. Again, Scott, I congratulate you. And God bless you and God bless your family. Everyone, I will return. I will return tomorrow in the morning. I will return Thanksgiving morning. I will go on the air at 6 a.m. Puerto Rican time and 5 a.m. Eastern Eastern Standard Time, New York time. Again, I will return tomorrow with the blessing of God. But before I close, Tony Soflo, Tony Soflo, Tony, God bless you. I give you a big hug. And Tony, listen to me carefully. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I will be at your house. I will be at your house. I will pull up on you tomorrow. Make sure, make sure you have the Cuban food ready for Thanksgiving. And Tony, wear a suit. Wear a suit. But Tony Soflo, before we start eating, we will go to the park. We will go to the park. I am going to give you 10 swings for free. Just a little humor, just a little humor. Tony, God bless you. Tony, give my regards to Tina, to your son, and to your mother in law. And do not forget, Tony, wear a suit. Wear a suit. If not, you know what's going to you know what's going to happen to you. I am going to beat you up like you have never been beaten up before. Do not forget. Okay, enough of the humor. Hold on, everyone. Enough of that Tony Soflo. Project DARPA. God bless you, Project DARPA. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Project DARPA, God bless you. Again, Scott Kazan, God bless you. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Hold on, everyone. Hold on, everyone. Okay. Okay, everyone, hold on. Okay, before Miss Ace Mama, God bless you. I don't want to miss no one. Everyone is important. Okay, everyone, I am back. Please accept my sincere apologies. The internet, the internet went down, but I am back. I am back. I am going to close officially the telecast. Again, thank you, Scott Kazan. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And every Wednesday is yours. Every Wednesday is yours. Everyone that came to visit Uncle Edwin and Scott, thank you again. I want everyone, please have a safe Thanksgiving. Please have a safe Thanksgiving. And if you are going to drive, if you are going to drive, drive during the daytime. Drive during the daytime. Do not drive at night. And if you plan to go somewhere to visit relatives, plan it well, and go early. Do not drive in the nighttime. Hold on, everyone. Before I close, let me remind everyone, Miss Angel Gotti, our dear Miss Angel Gotti, will go on tonight at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Miss Angel will go on tonight live at 9:15. I want everyone support Miss Angel and become a member. I hope to see you all at the Gotti Mansion tonight. So God bless Miss Angel. God bless Miss Angel, and may she have a great telecast with the blessing of God. As always, God bless Miss Carol Mahale. God bless Miss Carol Mahale. And as always, God bless everyone. God bless everyone on YouTube, without exception. Everyone is included. Even those that are horrible, even those that are horrible, may the light of God enter their brain. May the light of God enter their brain before it is too late. Before it is too late. And God bless everyone that will hear this telecast in the YouTube library. Those that have to hear the message will hear it by the grace of God. Before I leave, I must say this. I must say this. Listen up, everyone. This goes for everyone. There are many people on YouTube that wake up in the morning just to make trouble. If you are in a chat, listen up. Listen to your Uncle Edwin. If you are in a chat, it can be a man or it can be a woman. It can be a man or a woman. If you are in a chat participating and that person tells you that they got struck, if you are in that chat, you are going to text that content creator and you will tell that content creator, show us the strike notification. Show us the strike notification and read it. And you must show it on the air. You must show it on the air. You see, there are many content creators that tell their chat people that they have been struck, but they are not showing. If you get struck, YouTube sends you a notification. If you get struck, I repeat, if you get struck, YouTube will send you a notification. Your responsibility You see, there are many content creators that are troublemakers. They tell you that they have been struck, but it is to create hatred. It is to create hatred and to bear false witness against others. Do not let no one manipulate you. Do not let no one manipulate you with lies and with false claims. You see, they tell you that they have been struck. It is to create problems, and it is to bear false witness against innocent people. Never forget that. Once a content creator tells you that they have been struck, they must show you the notification on the air, and they must read it to you word for word. Let no one manipulate you. Let no one instill hatred to those that have done nothing to you. You see, we have a serious problem here on YouTube. There are many people that are sick mentally. Where there is no problem, they look for problems. Where there is no problem, they create it. But it is self-created by them. I hope everyone understands. The next time, and I am sorry to be so repetitive, this hatred that goes on YouTube must stop. Someone is going to get hurt. Someone is going to get hurt. And I say this, never bear false witness against no one. Do not bear false witness against no one. It is a mortal sin. To accuse someone of something that they have not done, that is a king rat. That is a king rat. If you accuse someone of something, you better have the proof. You better have the proof. If not, you are a king rat. Those content creators that go on and say that they got struck, but they have not gotten struck, they are king rats. They are king rats. Never forget it. So the next time someone tells you on YouTube that they got struck, tell them, show me the notification. Show me the notification. Let me read it. Read it and show it. They must show it. I hope everyone has learned something. If you receive a strike complaint, if you receive a strike from YouTube, they send you a notification. They send you a notification. And your responsibility is to show it and read it. I hope everyone got the point. And I also want to explain this. This is very important. I want everyone to learn. Hold on, everyone. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. This is very important. Listen up, everyone. Open the ears and learn. I want everyone to be prepared. That way no one can give you false information on YouTube. Listen up. Listen up. In many live telecasts that I do, as you all know, I always put music. I always put music. Listen up. Sometimes, when I put too much music, YouTube sends me, listen up, learn, sends me a copyright claim. A copyright claim. Copyright claims do not affect your channel. Copyright claims do not affect your channel. But, listen carefully, but if you put too much music, you get the copyright claim. It will not affect your channel, but that telecast is blocked in all territories. That telecast is blocked in all territories. That means that no one can see it, only you. Let me explain it, because there's a lot of people that give false information. This is an example. This is an example. I want everyone to learn. Hold on, everyone. Again, if I put too much music, I will get a copyright claim. I will get a copyright claim. In many cases, YouTube will block my telecast completely. Hold on, everyone. Let me explain it first grade level. Okay. Let us say, I am sorry. Hold on, my English and Spanish. Please forgive me, everyone. Hold on. Okay, once you do a live telecast, you do it completely. Everyone saw it. Everyone that was watching you, they saw it. Once your telecast is over, it goes to the YouTube library. In a few hours, YouTube will send you a notification. It will tell you your telecast is not monetized. Why? Because you put too much music. You have a copyright claim. Listen up, in many copyright claims, once your telecast is in the YouTube library, if you have too much music, YouTube will block that telecast. What does that mean? That as soon as that notification arrives, no one can see it anymore. Why? Because you have excess. Of copyright claims due to the music. No one else can see it, but you, as the content creator, you can see it. It is only for your eyes. That is the way YouTube works it. The copyright claim will not affect your channel. It does not affect your channel, but that telecast in particular, no one can see it. It is blocked to the viewers, but not you. It does not affect your channel. The only thing is that no one can see it, but the only one that can see it is you. You are. It is your telecast. So I hope everyone has learned. Let no one on YouTube give you false information. Let no one on YouTube, because what they are doing, they are looking for trouble. They are king rats. They are bearing false witness. They are giving false information. That is how come. Everyone, open the brains, open the ears. That is how come it is important that everyone download your YouTube Studio app. Learn about YouTube. That way none of these demons can give you false information. That way none of these demons will control your mind. And manipulate you. You see, they want to manipulate you. They want you to hate people that have never done nothing to you. You see how evil these people are. These are evil people. They are no good. Bearing false witness, that is being a king rat. So I hope I am clear. I have explained it first grade level. Let no one motivate you to hate another person if that person has done nothing to you. Do you understand? You see, these demons, these are gang criminal demons. They have no knowledge of YouTube. They want to control you and manipulate you. Let no one manipulate you on YouTube. I hope everyone has learned something. I hope everyone has learned something this morning. And I repeat, bearing false witness, making false accusations, that is the worst sin that a human being can commit against another. Accusing people that have done nothing to them, they accuse them. That is a king rat. That is a king rat. So I hope everyone has learned. I hope everyone has learned. I pray to God that my words enter your brain. It is important to activate your faith in God. Once you activate your faith in God, no one can give you false information. There is no one that can give you false information. And we have a serious problem here on YouTube, the mental health crisis. We have two people on YouTube. We have two people on YouTube that should be on suicide watch. Imagine that. We have two people on YouTube that should be on suicide watch. That is how serious the problem is. I will not reveal them. Never. The only thing I can do for these two people is to pray for them. That is all I can do. These people, if these people do not get help, they will end up dead. They will end up dead. That is so sad. That is so sad. That is sad. And I am telling you all this because the problem, they are people that have serious problems. If you wake up every day looking and planting, you have a problem. You have a serious problem. That is how come I give thanks to God. I give thanks to God that God has revealed to me in my conscience who is who on YouTube. Let me repeat that again. That is how come I give thanks to God that God has revealed to me in my conscience, who is who on YouTube. I hope everyone has learned something this morning. I pray to God that everyone has learned something this morning. YouTube, take it seriously. It is time for people to take YouTube seriously. This is not a laughing matter. Take your channel seriously. Respect your channel. Honor your channel. Be honest. Be honest. Be sincere. Again, thank you, Scott Kazan. Scott, you will come back Wednesday morning again with the blessing of God. Thank you, and I congratulate Scott Kazan for having the courage to go on the air, to do a live. And he will become a great content creator with the blessing of God. And I welcome those that have wrenches on this sacred channel. If you ever want to do a live, just let me know. You go on the air. You go on the air. It is for your benefit. It is for your benefit. Okay, everyone. I will see you all tonight. I will see you all tonight at Miss. I am sorry. I will see you all tonight at the Gotti Mansion, at the Angel Gotti Mansion at 9:15. And we are going to celebrate pre-Thanksgiving with Miss Angel. So everyone, join me tonight with Miss Angel Gotti at her channel. Okay, everyone, have a great day. Have a great day.
One down,
Hey, man.
Thank you.
I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
We're in that track to
Concert, man.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
See you later.
it's okay. It could have been a little better, but
Well, it could have been better, but I still think it was. This was the first night.
yeah, that's true.
It's gonna be fun. Even you and you.
Got to be.
You know
Make me feel like paradise. Give me what I'm missing. Sing me to the highest height. Take me up and away. I taste this love so many times. Something always missing. I know that you got the kind. Take me up and away. I know that our journey will be filled with passion, love, and pleasure.